Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Joe, and today we're going to take a look at the Domination feature here in Rush Wars, the beta game, Supercell's beta that's out currently right now. Let me open up this box real quick. But anyway, so we had a Domination the other day before yesterday, as a matter of fact, and we did win. But as I got into it, I was like, I might need to record from the very beginning because it's a little confusing if you're used to being a Clash of Clans player and you're used to standard clan war or the clan war leagues or anything. Even that, for that matter, is completely different. So as we go into the layout or the feature itself, the other day I'm pretty sure I showed you the prep day and there was a bunch of lines and circles, and these are all bases all the way up, and you can see that this one is already a couple of hours in. We got 20 hours remaining in this daily domination. And so you don't go into it like Clash of Clans. In Clash of Clans, you bring an army, you pick a base, you attack that base with the army that you choose. In this mode and this game, currently as of today's date, it is a little different than Clash. Well, it's actually very different. So you don't necessarily pick troops on your own. So you see this icon over here to the right, it says draft troops. And so it's got a domination draft. And so these are the cards. If I select done right now, these are the cards that I will have available to me as my army that I will use to do my attacks. And so I like the shields, I do like the laser guy, I like the gorilla, and I don't really care for the heal too much. So you can select one of these and you have different tries, and it's going to change them out basically. So I have the boost now. I'm going to change out the laser dude, and so you'll see down at the bottom it says tap a card to change it, one try left. So now I have hot shot, and I think we'll switch out the shield guy and see what we get. All right, so we got bazookas. This isn't really looking very promising for me. So you have a choice to run with what you start with, but you can have 3 options to change cards that you want to change out. So then you'll be left with no tries left, and you'll select done. Now you have to pick a base in order to attack, and you'll see that we have different bases here that are already 3-starred. We have some that are 1-starred, 2-starred, and this goes all the way up. And then you'll see these icons over here that show locked bases, which means that you have to select the base underneath and hit it in order, and star, you have to gain a star in order to unlock the next tier. And this bad boy goes all the way up. This is a team effort. This is not like a one-player type thing, and you can have up to 3 attacks. You'll see up in the upper right-hand corner it says 24 cards. So that means that I have 24 attack housing left to use on this map. So I can do up to 3 attacks, but my third attack in the previous domination, my attack cards were absolutely horrible. So I had used up all the good cards in order to do attack. So let's go ahead and pick one, and we're going to hit it. Let's go ahead and scout. So you can scout just like in Clan War. You can look at the base and identify the defending troops that are going on here, and you can see where the gold mines are located. You can also go back and you can take a look at a different base and pick or choose which one you want to hit. So this one has not had any attacks available or done to it. And I like this one a little bit better than the previous one. Looks like we got some shields, we got the pitchers, and then it looks like we got a plumber tunnel that's over in the far lower right-hand corner of the base. So I think we'll go ahead and select an army and do this. So you have to hit attack, you have to select attack, and then you have a choice of 6 housing and 1 airdrop that you can bring. So I know that we're going to bring 1. So you notice that we only have 2 of the boosts. We don't have 3. So if I were to do 3 attacks, I have to choose wisely. I can't do 3 attacks and I only have 2 boosts to use, so we're going to be without 1. So I know that I'm going to bring 1 gorilla. That's going to leave me 3 in my composition for the total war or the total domination. And then we have let's take a few bazookas, and then we also have a few hot shots, and that's going to fill up my army, but that leaves me with 6, 6, 3, and 1. That's all we have left. So we're going to go ahead and go in and attack this base and see what we can pull off with this. I really wish I had the troopers. The troopers come in numbers of 4, and they're phenomenal in numbers. It's just amazing. All right, so we have the gorilla. He's more of a tank. He's like your giant. And then we're going to bring some hot shots, and then we'll bring our bazookas back in the rear. That way they can engage. Now, there was a boost or a update done recently to the game. It did change a little bit, but not drastically. All right, we're going to hold on to that boost for a second, and let's let the hot shots work, and let's go ahead and speed them up to take out that. We got to take out the pitchers. The pitchers got to go down. So pitcher, we got 1 more pitcher. and she's going to go down. All right, now we got the plumber's tunnel, and you'll notice that the gorilla, he's basically like your defensive seeker, your gold mine seeker, and he does very well on his own. So we've already taken out 2 of the gold mines. We're going to end up getting a 3rd star on this one. He does really well with just wandering off and taking out the gold mines. It's phenomenal. So we got 1 3-star, and you will notice that we will open up the next tier of attacks. And so it goes up to the next level. This is the one that we just 3-starred, and then we opened up we unlocked the next stage. And this goes all the way up, and you'll have multiple attacks. So we only have 18 cards remaining, so we're going to have to attack another one. And this is really how it goes. It's not like Clan War in Clash of Clans, where you have an army, you strike the base, you either 3-star or you don't, and then you go back and you got to train another army. This thing is repetitive, so you can knock out 2 to 3 attacks repetitiously, but you might not do the right attacking for your clan. So it's a different mode. It's completely different than what any of you might be used to, and it's quite interesting, actually. It's interesting. I'm just not 100% sold on the gameplay yet. I mean, it looks pretty good, but I just don't know if it's the strategy style that I want to play. I don't really know. If you're a diehard Clash of Clans player, you're more than likely not going to like this game, and that's just my opinion. It does require some strategy, but there's still a lot of quirks with the troops that are going to be needing to be taken into effect. I'm going to scout this one real quick and see what we got going on. So you'll notice that in this situation, we got a little bit of a different setup going on. We got some troopers, we got the plumber's tunnel, we got a gun emplacement, and a mortar up top. So each base is different, and it's all laid out differently, and as you move up through the ranks, the bases seem to appear to get harder. Now, these troops that are on these bases are pre-staged. It's not like myself as an attacker, when I set up my base for prep day, I didn't choose these troops. These troops were already pre-selected for me, and I had to adjust or place them properly in order to defend. Let me see if I can go back to my own map and see if I can find one of my bases right here. It's already been 3-starred, so obviously I didn't really set it up properly or anything like that, but these troops were the ones that were set up on day 1 or on prep day, and so I have to go in and make adjustments to the troops and the placements of them, and then hope that I get it right with the defense. Obviously, in this situation, we did not, and we got wrecked by a bunch of pitchers and some boomerangs. Not boomerangs, they are yes. Anyways, moving on. So yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting play style. I'm gonna go ahead and do one more attack before I let you guys go, but I wanted to show you this mode because it's definitely very different than I've ever seen before. I see like it's got some pretty good potential. It's just I don't know how I feel about it with the pre-selected troops. That's just something that's different. I'd like to be able to select my own army and even select the troops that I have on my bases as defending troops. I'm going to select this base here, and we've already scouted it, so we're going to select our army. And I think I'm going to bring my boost. I love the boost. I mean, it's just like a rage spell, so to speak, but it's a little short time frame as a rage spell in Clash of Clans. We're going to bring 2 of these, and we'll bring 2 of these. And we have to have some melee troops, and that's what our hotshot is. The hotshot's the guy with the shotgun. All right, so we're going to go in and attack the bottom side first and try to at least get one of these, and then whatever happens, happens. The gorilla up top, he goes after the defensive building. So we'll place him up top, and then we're going to drop our hotshots down here and our javelin dudes. This is what I want to call him. I want to call him a javelin dude because I'm so used to seeing javelins in the army and not necessarily whatever they call them, the bazooka in this game. All right, so we're going to let that work for a second. You got to take that building down. And the gorilla is going after the gun emplacement. He's getting hit pretty hard because it's a level 6 gun emplacement. So maybe we might be able to pull off. Gorilla's down, and we're going to get 1 star. We're going to end up getting 1 star here because it wasn't enough army. I didn't have enough numbers there. So, but you'll see, now you've seen it in action. This is exactly what it is. It's not as strategic as Clash of Clans, so to speak. I don't know. So anyways, that is a little bit of information on Domination. We'll see how it plays out in the upcoming months. Remember, this is a beta. This is testing phase. So we are basically playing it to see exactly what it is and see if the developer wants to make any changes in the future. We'll see how it plays out as the time goes on. If you enjoyed the content today, smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And thanks for watching, guys.